Hey, Cheryl here. Thanks for tuning in. Can you believe it's already November 3rd? Wow. Blink and it's going to be gone. Blinking is a normal reaction, but sometimes we just get fixated on the screen and we get like this for a very, very long time. And when we're doing that, check what your breathing is doing. Because the first week, what we're talking about is breath work, breathing and transforming our thoughts. That's how we truly start nourishing our body and get ourselves prepared for making serious change when it comes to our life. You can eat as healthy as you want to eat. You can do alcohol free, which is what I had been doing. But I wasn't looking after my stress load, and that's what made me put on a lot of weight. But not only did it make me put on a lot of weight, I was in a lot of pain. I wasn't sleeping, and I wasn't getting the deep breaths. So if this sounds like you, keep following us. Let's get 2022 into becoming our best year ever. So we started November 1st with breath work, breathing in. Spending 5 minutes doing that. And in those 5 minutes, if you can't do it all at once because you get a little bit lightheaded, do 1 minute intervals. Now remember, we were adding things that made us and gave us joy during the day. Maybe laughter, maybe some love. Think of those thoughts when you're breathing in deep, because oxygen is life. Oxygen is what feeds our mitochondria. And if our mitochondria is sufficiently nourished and our cells are nourished, then our body lives a much better life. I spent my afternoon, or an hour of my time today, talking to an amazing woman. And she was saying to me, breathing really, really, truly is different than just taking a breath. And breathing, which we all know, happens, just without us even thinking about it. So we have to practice the breathing breath of getting that message into our brain and clearing things out. So while we were talking today, we also started talking about self-care. Now, we know that self-care is really, really important. But what about your soul care? What about your passion? What about what is grounding you to the universe? I don't want to be that person who is preaching about our creator all the time. But think about it. What kind of a miracle are we? We are a complete miracle. We are made from 2 very, very, very small cells, molecules. If it wasn't for zinc, we wouldn't even be here today. Think about that. That is the spark of life, and that is creation. And there's never a better time to honor the gift that we have than right now as we're going into winter. Because winter, as you know, is time of change. It's time of settling. It's time of moving things around to make sure that we are where we're supposed to be. Because come spring, we need to be wakened with the passion of where we are to nourish our body. So right now, we're just giving a hold back. When I was talking to my friend today, PTSD came up into the conversation. And it reminded me of an incident that happened while I was raising my teens and how stressful it was and how long it took me to recover from that and not having to sleep again, waking up in the middle of the night. But what about the other things that are giving us stress? What is your sleep like? That is what I want us to start concentrating on, is the quality of our sleep. And since this is just a short little video today, we've learned how to breathe, we've practiced love, I want to focus on finding out what sleep is like for you. Now, this is something that we put in our journal. And I bought myself specifically a note journal. And in this note journal, it's about my breath, about my loving who I love. But it's also about the things I'm going to be adding to our regime to help us go into 2022 the best we possibly can. So breath and thinking about what our passion is, what our love is, what brings us joy. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking tomorrow and sharing more tips as we carry on into getting ready for 2022. Wow.